not quite sure about anything, particularly in front of a bunch of women.
John Wayne was more than just an actor. He was an institution. With his towering presence and iconic drawl, he embodied the rugged masculinity that defined the American West. From Stagecoach to True Grit, Wayne's career spanned nearly 50 years, during which he became the face of classic westerns. But while his on-screen heroics inspired generations, his off-screen actions and political stances painted a more complicated picture. At the height of his fame, Wayne found himself entangled in one of Hollywood's darkest chapters, the era of blacklisting during the McCarthy years. His alleged role in this controversial period has sparked debates that linger long after his passing. Was the Duke a protector of American values, or did he help to silence voices in the industry? The rise of a Hollywood icon. Born Marion Robert Morrison on May 26, 1907 in Winterset, Iowa, Wayne's journey to stardom was far from glamorous. Born into a humble family, Wayne was the son of Clyde Morrison, a worker, and Mary of Scottish descent. His family moved to California when Wayne was very young, where the boy began to get acquainted with the rugged Western landscape, an experience that would later become a profound source of inspiration for his acting career. Despite financial hardships, Wayne nurtured a deep passion for sports, particularly football. He attended the University of Southern California, where he not only played for the football team, but also sought opportunities to step into the world of film. At the start of his career, Wayne did not receive formal acting training, but chose a more practical path, working as a props assistant and stuntman. Wayne began his film career in the late 1920s, taking on supporting roles in silent films. However, it was not until director John Ford entrusted him with the leading role in Stagecoach, 1939, that his career truly flourished. The film not only opened the doors to fame, but also helped shape the iconic Western hero image on the big screen. Films like The Searchers and Rio Bravo cemented his reputation as Hollywood's quintessential cowboy. Off-screen, Wayne projected an image of patriotism and moral steadfastness, often voicing his support for traditional American values. The McCarthy era and Hollywood's blacklist. In the late 1940s and 1950s, fear of communism gripped America, and Hollywood was not spared. The infamous blacklist targeted actors, writers, and directors accused of having communist sympathies, effectively ending many careers. John Wayne, as president of the Motion Picture Alliance for the Preservation of American Ideals, was alleged to have supported this purge. The organization, under Wayne's leadership, promoted conservative values and collaborated with the House Un-American Activities Committee, HUAC. While Wayne himself did not name names, his vocal support for the blacklist cast a long shadow over his legacy. He argued that communism posed a real threat to America's way of life, and Hollywood had a responsibility to counter it. Critics accused Wayne of hypocrisy, claiming that his patriotic fervor was a cover for silencing dissenting voices. For years, his involvement in the blacklist remained a controversial topic, dividing fans and historians alike. Disrespectful remarks towards women. John Wayne, in addition to his legendary roles in cowboy films, also sparked controversy due to his extremely conservative and discriminatory views in his personal life. In 1971, in an interview with Playboy magazine, he expressed shocking thoughts about African Americans and women. Wayne stated that African Americans needed to know their place, a remark that clearly reflected racist ideology. Particularly, he also believed that women should stay at home and focus on domestic duties rather than participate in social activities. These statements not only angered the African American community, but were also strongly criticized by the feminist movement. The public, especially those fighting for women's rights and civil rights, condemned him for his narrow-minded and conservative views, causing significant damage to his image. John Wayne's marital life was also filled with turbulence. He had 3 marriages and 6 children, but all were fraught with drama. His first marriage to Josephine, despite having 3 children together, ended in divorce after Wayne became increasingly busy with work. His second marriage to actress Esperanza Bauer lasted only 2 years, plagued by personality conflicts between the two. However, his third marriage to Pilar Palette lasted until Wayne's death, though it was not without its difficulties. Fallout and allegations of hypocrisy. Wayne's stance during the McCarthy era alienated many in Hollywood. Progressive artists viewed him as a symbol of repression, while others admired his conviction. One of the most damning critiques came from playwright Dalton Trumbo, who was blacklisted and later vindicated. Trumbo's return to Hollywood with Spartacus, 1960, and Exodus, 1960, marked a turning point in the fight against the blacklist, and many saw Wayne's staunch anti-communism as outdated. Ironically, Wayne later admitted that the blacklist may have been excessive. In a rare moment of reflection, he acknowledged the personal toll it took on those accused. However, this admission did little to soften the perception of his role in Hollywood's dark era. Was John Wayne a hero or a villain? Much like the characters he portrayed, Wayne's involvement in the blacklist was complex. Supporters argued that his actions were driven by genuine patriotism, a desire to protect America from ideological threats. Detractors, however, view his actions as an abuse of power, contributing to an environment of fear and censorship. Adding to the controversy was his 1971 Playboy interview, where Wayne made inflammatory comments about race and politics. The interview reignited debates about his role in shaping Hollywood's conservative agenda, further polarizing opinions about the Duke. With an extensive film career spanning over 170 movies, John Wayne was not only a Western icon, but also one of the greatest stars in Hollywood history. He received numerous awards, including the prestigious Oscar for his performance in True Grit, 1969, along with other accolades throughout his career. Wayne himself redefined the image of the Western hero, elevating the Western genre to new heights. His portrayal of a straightforward, strong yet compassionate hero, always fighting for justice, became a new standard in cinema. Wayne's influence is far-reaching, with stars like Clint Eastwood and many other Hollywood figures acknowledging the profound impact John Wayne had on their careers. He was not only a talented actor, but also a cultural icon, leaving an indelible mark on the history of world cinema. Life beyond the spotlight. After years of fame on the silver screen, John Wayne's health began to decline. In 1964, he was diagnosed with stomach cancer, a huge shock to both his fans and his family. Despite undergoing several surgeries, including the removal of part of his stomach, the cancer proved to be incurable. His health worsened in the final years of his life, preventing him from continuing to participate in major film projects like before. While he still appeared in a few films during the 1960s and 1970s, John Wayne's career gradually declined as he no longer had the physical strength to take on the action roles he once did. He shifted to roles in films that demanded less physical exertion and gradually took on film production duties. Nevertheless, he continued to maintain his public affection, and his films, though fewer in number, remained beloved by audiences. During this time, he also spent more time with his family and indulged in personal interests, such as charity work and social events. John Wayne's family life was not without challenges. He went through 3 marriages, each with its own set of difficulties and ups and downs. His first wife, Josephine, played an important role in his life, but they divorced after more than 10 years together. His second marriage to actress Esperanza Bauer also ended in divorce, and his third marriage to Pilar Palette was his longest lasting until his death. John Wayne had 7 children, and despite being a major star, he always tried to make time for his family. However, with his demanding schedule and health issues, balancing work and family was sometimes a great challenge for him. Despite this, in his final years, as his health weakened, he cherished every moment spent with his family and children, seeing it as a great comfort in the difficult days.